Say this every morning. A Stoic morning affirmation story, approximate 1,700 words. Introduction. Before the world tells you who to be. Before the noise begins. Before the stress, distractions, and opinions of others reach your mind. There is a moment. A powerful moment. A moment where you choose the direction of your day. Most people wake up and immediately surrender their minds. They check their phones. They compare themselves to others. They worry about problems that haven't happened. And then they wonder why they feel weak, anxious, and exhausted. The Stoics understood something powerful. The quality of your morning determines the quality of your life. This is the story of a young man who transformed his life with a simple morning ritual. A ritual built on words. Words that eventually became his reality. Step 1. The man who felt defeated. Every morning Daniel woke up tired. Not physically. Mentally. He felt overwhelmed by life. His goals felt far away. His confidence was fading. His motivation came and went like the wind. Some mornings he looked in the mirror and barely recognized himself. He wasn't living. He was surviving. One day he met an old Stoic teacher sitting quietly on a park bench. The teacher noticed the frustration on Daniel's face. "Why do you look defeated?" he asked. Daniel sighed. "Because life keeps knocking me down." The teacher smiled. "Life knocks everyone down." Daniel looked confused. The teacher continued. "The difference is what you say to yourself when you stand back up." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind. Step 2. The morning challenge. Before leaving, the teacher gave Daniel a challenge. For the next 30 days, every morning, before touching his phone, he must stand in front of a mirror and repeat a set of powerful Stoic affirmations. Daniel laughed. "Words can't change my life." The old man smiled. "Perhaps not. But words can change the mind. And the mind changes everything." Daniel agreed. The next morning he stood in front of the mirror. Feeling awkward. Feeling foolish. Yet he began. Step 3. The first declaration. He looked directly into his own eyes and said, "Today I control my mind." At first it felt strange. But then he thought about it. Every day he allowed circumstances to control his emotions. Bad news ruined his mood. Criticism destroyed his confidence. Problems stole his peace. For years he had surrendered control. That morning was different. He repeated again. "Today I control my mind." Something shifted. For the first time he felt responsible for his thoughts. Not a victim of them. Step 4. The battle begins. The day immediately tested him. Traffic was terrible. A coworker was rude. Unexpected problems appeared. Normally Daniel would react with anger. But then he remembered his morning declaration. "I control my mind." He paused, took a breath, and responded calmly. For the first time he realized that peace was a choice, not a gift from circumstances. Step 5. The second declaration. The next morning he added another phrase. Looking into the mirror, he said, "I will not seek approval." This one hit hard. Daniel had spent years trying to impress everyone. Friends, co-workers, strangers online, even people who didn't care about him. His happiness depended on what others thought. That realization was painful, but freeing. That morning he promised himself, "I will respect everyone, but I will not depend on anyone's approval." Step 6. The weight begins to lift. As the days passed, Daniel noticed something surprising. He felt lighter. Criticism no longer crushed him. Negative comments lost their power. People still judged him. But now he understood something. People judge everyone. Trying to please everyone is impossible. The Stoics taught, if you care about every opinion, you lose yourself. And Daniel was finally finding himself. Step 7. The third declaration. The teacher gave him another affirmation. Every morning Daniel repeated, "I accept what I cannot control." At first he resisted. He wanted control over everything. The future. other people, outcomes, success, failure. But life doesn't work that way. Storms come, plans fail, people leave, unexpected problems appear. The stronger Daniel tried to control everything, the more frustrated he became. Then he understood. Acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is wisdom. Step 8: The storm. A few weeks later, disaster struck. A major opportunity disappeared. Months of effort seemed wasted. Old Daniel would have collapsed emotionally. But something was different. He stood quietly, looked at the situation, and asked, "What can I control right now?" The answer was simple: his attitude, his effort, his next action. So he moved forward, one step at a time, like a stoic warrior. Step 9: The fourth declaration. The teacher introduced another phrase. Every morning Daniel repeated, "I choose discipline over comfort." This became the hardest lesson. Because comfort is seductive. Comfort says, sleep longer, start tomorrow, skip the workout, make excuses. Comfort feels good today, but creates regret tomorrow. Discipline feels difficult today, but creates freedom tomorrow. Daniel began choosing discipline. Small actions, small victories, every day. Step 10: The transformation. Weeks became months. The changes were impossible to ignore. His confidence grew. His body became stronger. His mind became calmer. His emotions became steadier. People started asking, "What changed?" Daniel smiled. Nothing magical had happened. He simply stopped waiting for motivation and started practicing discipline. Step 11: The fifth declaration. One morning the teacher gave him the most powerful affirmation yet. Daniel stood in front of the mirror and said, "I am stronger than my excuses." The words hit him deeply. Because every dream he abandoned had one thing in common: excuses. Every goal delayed. Every opportunity missed. Every promise broken. Excuses had been quietly controlling his life. That day he declared war on them. Step 12: Facing fear. Soon another challenge appeared. A chance to pursue a dream he had avoided for years. Fear immediately arrived. What if you fail? What if people laugh? What if you're not good enough? The old voice returned. But this time Daniel answered differently. He remembered his affirmations. He remembered his growth. And he took action. Not because he wasn't afraid, but because he refused to let fear decide his future. Step 13: The hidden secret. One day Daniel asked the teacher, "Which affirmation is the most important?" The old man smiled. "None of them." Daniel looked confused. "What do you mean?" The teacher replied. "The words are not the secret. The actions that follow the words are the secret." That lesson changed everything. Affirmations alone are powerless. Action gives them life. Words plant seeds. Actions help them grow. Step 14: Becoming unbreakable. Years later Daniel's life looked completely different. Not because life became easier. Life remained unpredictable. Challenges still came. Loss still happened. Difficult people still existed. But Daniel had changed. And that changed everything. His peace no longer depended on circumstances. His confidence no longer depended on praise. His happiness no longer depended on outcomes. He had become internally strong. The kind of strength that cannot be taken away. The morning ritual. Every morning Daniel still stood in front of the mirror and repeated, "Say this every morning. Today I control my mind. I will not seek approval. I accept what I cannot control. I choose discipline over comfort. I am stronger than my excuses. I will respond, not react. I will protect my peace. I will focus on my actions. I will grow through challenges. I am becoming stronger every day." Final message. The strongest version of yourself is not created in one day. It is created daily. Every morning. Every choice. every thought, every action. The world will try to distract you. People will try to influence you. Challenges will try to break you. But remember this: you become what you repeatedly tell yourself and repeatedly do. So tomorrow morning, before the noise begins, before the distractions arrive, stand tall, look yourself in the eye, and say the words that powerful people have always understood. I control my mind. I control my actions. I control my character. And no matter what happens today, I will remain calm, disciplined, and unbreakable.